Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we would like to discuss a very important issue. The topic which we're going to discuss today is basically related with the top 7 halal businesses Muslim entrepreneurs must enter into. As you all know that Islam is the second largest religion in the world. Around 2 billion Muslims are living on the face of the earth, and almost 85% of whatever we consume in terms of food, clothing, banking, medicine and lifestyle comes from non-Muslim majority countries. It means we the Muslims are largely a religious faith that produces little but consumes a lot. Muslim entrepreneurs have to rise up to the occasion and actually start engaging in useful economic activities which encourage the production of goods and services needed by Muslims globally. A natural question which you may want to ask, what these businesses are which Muslims must engage in and why do they need to do so? So let's try to find the answer to these questions. We would like to list up the major sectors which Muslim entrepreneurs have to enter if they want to get self-sufficiency in terms of food, clothing, medicine, banking, etc. These businesses are as follows. For example, the first one comes halal food, and of course, as you know, it's a trillions of dollars worth of business. So you got to have a serious understanding of what this business means for Muslims all over the world and what we got to do. The second one comes is modest fashion. The third one, which we all know is important for the life of all the Muslims, we need to get a thorough understanding of what Islamic finance is and how we need to implement various Islamic financial products all over the world to meet the growing needs of Muslim entrepreneurs everywhere, not just entrepreneurs but consumers as well. This is called Islamic finance. And the fourth one is halal tourism. And I know that you guys, many of you spend big amount of money on tourism sector, but who controls it today? Non-Muslims. Where are you? You got to answer this question. What can you do to enter into this halal tourism business? Not as a small player but a major one. You got to have a goal of achieving bigger brand value and growing a very big multinational brand, not only in halal tourism but in other sectors as well. The fifth one which we have listed up today in this list is halal lifestyle. Number 6 is cosmetics. And you know, almost half of the Muslim population comprises of women. And what these young ladies and Muslim women do, they spend billions of dollars, believe me, hundreds of billions of dollars on cosmetics products. So we don't see any Muslim cosmetic brands. So it's your duty as a Muslim entrepreneurs to enter into this business as well. If you got some interest and you got the means, you got the expertise, then you got to understand these things and you got to enter into this business. The seventh one, the last but not the least one, is healthcare. Unfortunately, as you know, that for the last 3 years we've been facing COVID-19 all over the world. But unfortunately, we have not been able to produce one single halal vaccine which could effectively take care of the COVID-19 related issues. So what is our duty to maintain the health of 2 billion Muslims? You got to understand this thing. You know, why did we decide to include these 7 businesses and not others in our must do halal businesses list? Well, most of us spent much of our money on these sectors. These are identified as the leading sectors, apart from the real estate, of course, as you know. And these sectors, they drive huge demands by Muslims globally. As some of you may remember that we have discussed this, the top 10 businesses Muslims can start doing without spending much money. And that article on our website became a huge hit on the internet, and we still get a lot of attention from our readers for this very blog post from all over the world. But the 7 businesses which we have listed up here are certainly not free. They're not easy to start. They require varying levels of capital and expertise to actually start. Many of these businesses are not easy to start, yet they are important for Muslims as Ummah, and we need to enter them no matter what if we are serious about our survival in the long term, if we are serious about leaving a positive legacy for our future generations. But why these 7 businesses only? The reason we decided to include these 7 businesses in today's list is that these are the businesses that are in highest demand by Muslim consumers all over the world. We the Muslims spend trillions of dollars on these sectors. But where does most of this money go to? Certainly in the hands of companies like Nestle, which control most of the above mentioned sectors. Major manufacturers in all these sectors are non-Muslims. And of course, as you know, most of them, they live in non-Muslim majority countries. So where does all this money go? You know the answer better than I do. Have you ever noticed that Nestle, the largest halal manufacturer, is headquartered in Switzerland? Surprisingly, many of the other top halal food manufacturers are companies which are owned by non-Muslims. You as an entrepreneur have to shake up these industries by challenging traditional ways of thinking. You have to start your own businesses to solve social and economic problems Muslims have been facing for such a long period of time, but seem to have no solutions to any of these challenges being faced by the Muslim communities everywhere. Now, we at the Halal Times are increasingly seeing a large number of Muslim entrepreneurs who have the capacity to act as role models and leaders in their business niches. The Halal Times editors and staff writers sometimes show important and observable examples of what Muslim entrepreneurs could accomplish if they get the chance to do so. Are we going to see any positive change in the coming years? Muslim entrepreneurs have to understand the realities of today and make bold decisions to start their businesses in the industries and the sectors which are mentioned a few minutes ago. Only then we, as the second largest religion in the world, will be able to progress as communities and individuals wherever we live, anywhere in the world. So may Allah help us understand the realities of today, and may Allah help us become stronger not only in our deen but also in our dunya as well. Inshallah, within a few days time we will be able to come up with another episode from the Halal Times. Till then, talk to you later, and Assalamu Alaikum.